afternoon, everyone. On behalf of K.E. Shroff College Library, I, Dr. Alka Wadwana, librarian, welcome you for the training session on Statista. This is the database and world's largest statistics and market data and research platform, with which you can access more than 1.5 million data on 80,000 plus topics. And this database, the college library has subscribed since October this year, and we have paid US dollar 3,800. So it is a very useful database, and if we get the training on this database to access and explore it, it will definitely have research projects for the faculty as well as for the students, as we are organizing the student research conference, and students are also participating in Avishkar, where they present their research paper. So this kind of database is really helpful for the students as well as the faculty. We have with us Ms. Zian, who is a senior account manager and working with Statista for more than 4 years with Statista, and she is from Germany. I welcome her to give a training to our faculty and students. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, hi, thank you so much. So yeah, welcome to this today's training session. My name is Ian, or you can call my English name Stella. So yeah, I am today, so I'm going to showcase to you how Statista works and how you can benefit from Statista whenever you are doing your essays or your project, etc. So I will just start. Whenever you think of Statista, you can think of it as a Netflix subscription, but in a market research field. So meaning that we are not only one of the biggest data aggregators, but at the same time, we have our own content. And today I'm gonna show you each and every section one by one, so then yeah, then you know how or like what kind of data or what kind of sections that you can go on our platform. So it's a very, Statista is basically working on a keyword base. So let's say that currently you're working on a project and you would like to see how social media is around the world. So what you can do is you can just type in social media as a keyword and then type in enter. And here you can see this is actually all the relevant data that you can find on our platform. So on the left side, these are just so we not only have statistics, but the orange section is that we also have reports and dossiers here. And the green section, it's named as expert tools, but actually I call it make your life easier tool, because it's just in one simple click away. You will find all the relevant information for a certain market within just a second. So yeah, I will of course go through each and every section one by one. And at the end of this training, there's gonna be a Q&A session. So I only have one screen here, so it's not really so convenient for me to check the chat all the time. If you write anything in the chat, then I will come back to you in the Q&A session. Or if you feel like talking to me directly, you can interrupt me at any time if you think that the question that you are going to ask is urgent. Okay. So if you scroll down here, you can see that you will not only narrow down, so you can not only narrow down your research by putting in the corresponding regions here, but also you can put here the multiple countries. So let's say that the project that you're working on social media, it's only focused in India, for example, and that you want to compare the situation within the United States. So what you can do here, you can just put United States, India in the country focus. And here you can even narrow down your research by putting also the corresponding industry here. The publication date is when we publish the data. And the archive, it means that, so by nature, basically that, of course, we show you the most updated data in the beginning, in the front page. But let's say that the project that you're working on, you would like to see more historical data. you would like to see, for example, the GDP for United States back in 2000. In this case, then it's going to that you can put archive, and it's going to include each and every data that we once put on our platform. So now all the filters have been set. The first section that I want to show all of you is our statistics, which is actually the heart of our platform. Here you can find already, like through the all the like the titles and everything, you can find what is this data mainly about. So maybe let's just go to this one here. So it's a very interesting topic. It's about share of internet users in the United States who think social media is a good or a bad thing for society. And as you can see here, it's very current. It's in September 2021, and also it's ranked, or like it's distributed by age. So for all the statistics that we have on our platform, you can download it in these 4 different formats. And of course, that you can not only see the original source, so basically that where we aggregated the source from, but at the same time that we are very transparent when it comes to the source. So at the same time, we only show you the original source link. In this case, it's actually like a piece of information that we found from EU government. And yeah, this is then like a question that they ask, and it's very useful. I also encourage every one of you, whoever uses Statista, really click on the original source link so that you will get more information. So as you can see here, our researchers, they aggregated this piece of information from EU government in this case, but it could be that sometimes that they aggregated information from a certain report, or from one of our data partners, etc. Then by clicking on the original source link will lead you to more information. And in this case, maybe like this website could be more interesting for you, so that it definitely leads you to the project, more information and more insights that you can get from this original source. And then this is what kind of information that you can get from our source section here. And what's more is that, of course, I know that you are working on a paper. So that's why that, as you can see here, we even have these 5 different citations created for you, so that you can see what kind of style that you're writing. That let's say that the current term paper you're working on is in the Chicago format, then you can just simply copy and paste. So then you don't have to think about anything more. Just then copy and paste this in the footnote. Or in a biography, so that, sorry, can you unmute yourself? I can hear a lot of background noise. So then in this case, then you can see that, then you can we have this convenience for you. I'm sorry, can you unmute yourself, because I can hear a lot of background noise, and it's actually not that yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is our citation, and this is just the beginning of our statistics. And apart from that, of course, that we also have forecast and surveys here. It is relatively similar to statistics part of the time. I'm not going to go much into details, but the layout and everything, it looks very similar. So feel free to explore it on your own after this training session. The next thing that I want to show you is our infographics. So basically that the infographics is there for you whenever you think that if you want to keep yourself updated, what is going on around the world, you can basically think of it as the news our platform. So basically that we visualize all of the trendy topics and we visualize the numbers and we put it on one single chart here. Maybe I will just choose this one because yeah, metaverse. Everybody is talking about it. Facebook, transit now like to Meta, etc. And now you can see that this is the Meta's most valuable acquisitions. Yeah, so this is just like the information behind it. And if you are very much interested in this kind of information, what you can do here, you can just click the download chart. And you can also, then you can just insert this chart to your PPT or your term paper, etc. You have, since you have a campus license with us, you have the full publication rights to do so. But whenever you use our infographics, one thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to always include our logo here on the bottom right, and also the source here on the bottom left. So yeah, this is our infographics. The next thing that I want to show you is wait a second, our topics page here. The topics page is very helpful, especially for each of you or for some of you right now who are not so familiar with Statista and you would like to see what Statista can offer you. Whenever you put in a keyword and you would like to see, hey, like what is there on our platform for you, in this case, in terms of social media. And I would just choose this one as an example. So this is about mobile social media worldwide. And of course, first of all, we'll show you like a brief introduction. So how is the situation currently running? And also here we show you some like key figures, and then on the right side, of course, then for this, we have actually a dossier about this topic. And apart from that, if you scroll down here, you will see some key figures. So we have even tell you what is actually the most popular social network among the US teens, for example. And here is the mobile messaging, and also here is some of the like Instagram's related data. And also on the left side here, you can even find more detailed information about social media, mobile social media in worldwide. So yeah, it's just a very informative page. I would actually suggest that for some of you who's not so familiar with Statista, you can think this as the beginning point of your journey at Statista and start browsing, start using, like exploring this page first, so that you can get a feeling of like what kind of information that you can get from our platform. So this is just like the first part. The second part is I want to show all of you is our reports. And if you can see here, we have actually divided our reports into these 6 different segments. What is, and I think it's very useful because let's say that you are running on a project on 5G and you just need to just click here, the digital trend report, for example. But let's say that you don't know which kind of section that you will have to click on, then you just go to search our report database. Then type in the keyword 5G. And here you can see that this is actually all of the relevant information about 5G on our platform. And so we have not only dossiers here, we also have our so here is our like brands and companies. Well, it's just like a top list and etc. So we also have reports on our platform, and really feel free to explore all of the reports on our platform after this training. And under content tab, you can even see what kind of like the different sections of the reports that you can find. So we have dossiers. It's just basically that collection of, or like a summary of all the relevant statistics on one document. And besides that, we also have, for example, like the industry reports here. It also contains like a SWOT analysis for certain industry. And also, if you are the project that you're currently running on is based on a completely new country, for example, then of course you cannot miss out our country reports and city reports. And what's more is that, let's say that, yeah, like you have to write a report about Facebook, let's say. And because of this new version, metaverse, etc., then we definitely have to include Facebook in our company reports. These kind of things that you can also get on our platform. So yeah, this is just our reports. And the next thing that I want to show you is our outlooks here. So basically that you can think of our outlooks as just like I introduced to you right in the beginning. It's just make your life easier tool. So basically that we have divided all of the markets into these eight different segments. And then you can see here, for example, like what kind of market that you want to have a closer look at. And here, let's say that you would like to know our digital market outlook. Then you can just go there, and then you go to the market directory. And here you can find, this is actually the information that you can find here in like on our digital market outlook here. And we have the market covered from e-commerce up until fintech. What is then you can pick what kind of market segment that you would like to have a closer look at. As for today, I will just pick smart home. And after you pick smart home, you can see you have to really pay extra attention to our data, to our market definition, because that I know Statista might not be the only database that you have a subscription with. And sometimes that when you compare the numbers, so when you compare our numbers from another database, and maybe the numbers are a bit different. This could be that we define the market differently. So that's why that it's very important to read the market definition. And what's more is you should always see what is in scope and what is out of scope. And now you have select the market, and afterwards here you can even select the regions that you want to see. So still, like I will just put India as an example, confirm selection. And what's more is that you can also choose multiple countries here if you want to just like have a nice comparison. Then I will just choose the United States as an example. But yeah, afterwards, really feel free to choose the countries that you have a focus on. And so here, now this is the research data that we that actually is invented in-house. So this is like our just the original. And here you can see about the revenue. So the light blue bar is where we at, where India is, and the dark blue bar is the total revenue for the United States. And what's more is that you can even see like a different breakdown into like a different market segments. So here you can see like for the home entertainment, for example, or for the security in the smart home section. And what's more is that you can even see here like a revenue change. And basically that it's just a trend analysis that we do. And we not only focus on like what is happening here in 2021, but also up until 2026 within the 5 years. Sorry. And if you go down here, you can see that we not only show you the revenue, but also at the same time, we also show you the average revenue per smart home by segment. And here, again, like you can also just choose like different market segments that you would like to see. And let me just choose energy management. And yeah, the light chart is for India, and the darker blue chart is actually for the United States. And here you can even find how many smart homes are there yeah, within, of course, like the different segments here. And also here you can even find the household penetration rate by segment. And here you can see we have even like a breakdown into different demographics. So here you can find the information for like by users by age, users by gender, and also users by income. And again, here I know for a fact that each and every section could have a huge influence on smart home. So that's why that we, in order for you to in order to support your research even further, we even here show you the key market indicators. And here you will just basically find all of the macro level information here under the key market indicators. So basically, like how many households are there, what is actually the gross domestic product, how much is the consumer spending, and you can even find it here for different categories here. And also here the telecommunication and yeah, the 2G, 3G, 4G coverage, how many internet users are there for India and also for the United States, for example. So yeah, these are just the information that you can find on our platform. The last, yeah, I think, yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all from my side. But also, let me just show you quickly the last section here is our publication finder. So you can think of it as it's similar to Google Scholar. So basically, it's also based on keyword, and so like Google Scholar, you can just find all of the relevant reports on yeah, on the open sources. You can also find it here on our platform. And so here in this case, I just used the keyword social media, and you can see these are actually all the reports which are available on the open sources, and you can also find it here on our platform. And what's more is that you can even search by different source here. So let's say if Accenture has published on social media, and then yeah, then there you go. So I guess that's all from my side. And now it's the Q&A. Do you have any questions?
Yes, ma'am. Can I interfere? Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, ma'am, the website is very helpful, but all the sources are reliable, or you have gathered all the sources at one place?
So everything that which you can find here under the publication finder, it's not validated by our researchers. But besides this, the sources are actually all validated by our research team. And also you can, wait a second, basically that you can also find our source here. If you just go there and, well, sorry, maybe first of all, you just need to log out. And there is like a page where you can find all the source here. But yeah, like here under platform and our sources, it's as long as it's in our statistics section and also in our dossiers, yeah, the sources are reliable. That's actually the advantage from Statista, is that since we have validated all the sources, you don't really have to think, and you don't really have to ask yourself this question. Any other questions?
And is this company is originated from China?
No, we are a market research company from Germany.
Oh, all right. No, because there is in something written in kanji, no?
I'm sorry, I cannot really hear you clearly.
There's something
What were you
written in
asking?
kanji there after Statista, the heading.
Yeah, if you read our introduction carefully, you can see that we are an online data platform, and yeah, we are a separate company.
All right, thank you for answering.
No worries. Any other questions?
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Ma'am, will this database, first of all, ma'am, a very, very useful platform in order to get authentic data. There was one question that I had, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm currently doing my studies in banking industry, and I was hunting since very long for reliable data on number of employees who are working in banks in Mumbai. Now it is a very since it's a global I can say platform. So will I get data which caters to one single city of a country? Will that be possible?
Yeah, so basically that you can just take a look of what we do offer here. But I have to say that first of all, that the information that you can find here on our platform, maybe these kind of information that we aggregated from the annual reports.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am. I tried searching the annual report of RBI, but they have not provided on the number of employees who are working, even in private banks or the overall holistic data. So this is
Yeah.
something that I didn't even get on the government website of RBI. So
yeah, so then there is definitely some like limitations there. But what I would actually suggest in your case is that take a look again. So we actually update the information
Okay.
on a daily basis.
Okay,
So yeah, then I will also just tell you that maybe that I can also like I will let our researchers know that you are interested in this field, and if it is like in their next statistics, or if it's in their next area that they should work on, then later on we will see the updates. Okay?
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. Any other questions?
Ma'am, another one.
Yeah. I cannot hear you.
Hello.
So I think you are on mute. Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Can
What is
this
your
website
question?
be useful for extraction of email IDs like from LinkedIn and such sites?
Sorry, I cannot understand your question. Could you please repeat it again?
I am sending it in chat. Wait a minute.
Okay. I'm sorry, I cannot really understand your question. Could you
I am
please
sending
just
it. I am sending it in chat box. Please check the chat
Okay.
box.
Zian, I understood his question. He is asking that whether this can be accessible through LinkedIn. No, Arun, it won't be accessible. This is a paid database. We have
No, not asking that. I asked that can it be helpful for extraction of email IDs? Like it has statistical data for the LinkedIn, Instagram, everything.
right.
So it can be useful for extraction of email IDs as well, I guess.
I am so maybe yeah, like a Dr. Alka, maybe I need your help because I am not 100% sure. I think your university only has the IP address, right?
Right.
Right. So yeah, it's not possible that you get like a separate email IDs through login. Since your university has only the IP, like IP access, which means that whenever you are in the within the IP range, then you have the access on our platform, and you can also find a welcome message here.
No, ma'am. I was wondering that does it contain any user data from LinkedIn or any other social media website?
Yeah, then just to use LinkedIn or any of the social media as a keyword and find and do the search. We, like I mentioned, we have our data is covered 170 industries and more than 150 countries. So yes, we do have that.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. This would be a great opportunity.
Any other questions?
I have a question, ma'am.
Yeah.
If some of the data which we are searching for is not available in your database, can we give a request and can you able to provide within some period of time? Is it possible?
It's not possible with the campus license. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of, yeah.
Anyone else want to ask question?
Ma'am, I had a question. Alka, ma'am, I'm just wondering if I'm going to be, for my PhD, if I'm going to be pulling out data from here, referring over here, and if I'm quoting this particular site, will that be okay? Or, I mean, like ma'am said, that they are researching every day. So would that indicate that the data that I will be taking in from, and let's say there is a fresh data, will that be a problem? Like, stating that I'm not stating the current data, and also if I'm pulling out from Statista, should that be a problem?
No, like it should not be a problem. So basically, let me just so as I mentioned to you that we actually have like if you just want to quote us, you just copy and paste this. That's actually like we have created this convenience for you. But yeah, just you just have to quote us correctly that according to Statista, then that it's all good. So there should not be any problem. And if you really want a guideline, you can just find a citation section here. And if you just go to a FAQ here, this should be like it's written here. It's easiest to quote or cite us directly on the internet by referencing the link to a specific statistic, and that's it. Okay.
Okay, I think I got it. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
No worries.
One more thing, ma'am, we have shown that one, same graph, there is a drop window. So from that from different aspect also the same thing can be seen. So how to download that graph? Can you show, please?
You mean this one here? So you just click on it, and it will just download to your computer. So just in simple click.
No, in another graph, no, you have shown that from different like area wise or country wise or zone wise we can access. So the options were there, no, in the same graph. The graph was changing. When comparison you had shown, no, US and India.
You mean this one here? So yeah, you can download this. Same here, and the comparison of the different the comparison by different countries, the download function, it's currently not available. We are, but our IT is working on it, and the download function will be available soon. At the moment, you can, if you just don't want to it's only available that to download all the information for one country. Okay.
So in case I want to have comparison, so it's not possible, right?
If you want to compare two countries, you can just download one in India and then another one in the United States. It's possible. But at the moment, if you just put in another country to compare, it's not possible to download like a comparison between multiple countries. But we are working on it. It will be available soon.
But we can always take a screenshot.
Yes, you can take a screenshot, but then you just have to quote us like here, because we always mention the source and everything.
And ma'am, as the website is somewhat lengthy, so is there any shortcut to search everything from the search bar, or we need to go to the specific tab?
No, it's just there's no any shortcut or anything. Just use the keyword as you would use Google.
But all right. Thank you, ma'am.
But you just showed us some comparison between India and US, and also you were teaching the graph. That is what even I was interested in.
Yeah, and
So you just showed us that. I mean, is it possible that you will have another picture and we will have another picture? We are not getting that picture here.
well, I don't get it. Like, what do you mean that you are not getting that picture? So you just select India and then compare the situation to wait a second. United States, confirm selection. And then you wait a little bit, and so yeah, this is.
And this is what we were asking. Now here you also changed the graph, no? I mean, we went into different types of graphs.
Are you talking about outlooks or you're talking about statistics here?
And when you click on revenues change, so the graph changes, ma'am. Please
Right.
click on that.
Yeah, the different segment changes.
Segment wise.
Yes, it's changing.
So how to means after changing each time, is there any option for download?
Like I said, it's not possible right now to download a comparison. But if you want, you can just download from if you just choose one country, India, download all the data, and then you can choose United States and download all the data. At the moment, it's not possible to download the comparison, but we are working on it. Okay?
Ultimate, right?
We don't have a concrete timeline yet. I will, whenever it's available, you will see that it's available on our platform.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Also, the comparison may vary from source to source, no?
The source is consistent. It's just our IT is working on the comparison download button.
All right.
Any more questions? Participants, do you have any questions? Faculty members? Thank you, ma'am. I take the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks. I'm thankful to our principal, Dr. Lily Bhushan, for her support and always initiating us to do something new and procure the best database, best resources for the faculty as well as for the students. Even though it is very expensive, she doesn't mind if it is useful for the faculty. I'm thankful to our vice principal, who is omnipresent, and he is also supporting all the events and procurement of all the resources and helping in the library collection. I am thankful to my colleague, my entire library team, and all the faculty members and all the students for attending this training program. I expect that you utilize this database to the optimum extent so that it will be helpful in writing more research papers, and I wish all of you to write good research papers so that it can be published in a Scopus databases, index journals. Thank you very much, Jan ma'am, for sparing your valuable time and providing the training. And I hope that you will always support us whenever we have any query related to downloading the report or searching the report if we have any problem.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Thanks
All right.
a lot.
Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. We'll end the meeting.